So how long have you been an interpreter? Why do you speak sign language?
Gosh, it's a really long story. So, I think if I go back, how long? Maybe about 15 years ago, I met some deaf people.
Okay.
And I was like, that's the end. And I just thought, I'm going to start.
Hi, Indira, right? How are you?
I'm fine.
Actually, sorry. Before we start, let me introduce you to Julie. This is your interpreter. And maybe you can just tell her what's going to happen here today.
Okay.
Okay, so how are you? What brings you here today?
My husband and I have been arguing a lot. Sorry, can I just ask you to look at me? Look at me instead of looking at the interpreter.
Right. Okay, sorry.
Thank you. My husband and I are arguing a lot, always arguing. It's getting worse. It's really not good now. It's getting worse.
And what's changed? Has something particular happened? Why do you say things have got worse?
So we're really, really happy together. Really happy. But he lost his job. Right, okay, so he lost his job.
Right. Is your husband deaf? How do you speak with each other?
Yeah, he's deaf. But not talking about that, talking about what happened, the problem with what happened.
Okay, so tell me a bit more. Your husband lost his job, and why did that affect your relationship so much?
Things were great, and then he lost his job, and sorry, could you look at me rather than the interpreter, if that's okay? Yes, he lost his job, his behaviour changed, his attitude, really grumpy, really angry. I think because he lost his job.
Right, okay.
That's what's caused it.
And I forgot to ask, do you have children?
Yeah, I've got two.
And what about them? Are they deaf? How do you speak with your children?
They're hearing.
Right, okay. And how do you communicate with your children?
But it's not really about how I communicate with them. I'm talking about what happened.
Okay.
The situation.
Right, okay. So tell me, is there a specific incident that happened that brought you here today?
I don't know what to do. My husband's been abusing me and my children are being affected.
Okay, in what way has he been abusing you?
So he's hurt me.
What's she saying?
Sorry, just 2 seconds. Your husband got a new job? No. Oh, I see, right, okay. So her husband went to a friend's party.
Okay.
Something about a new job. I think it's a friend that got a new job or something like that. And they were at a party anyway, is the point. They were at a party.
Right, okay. And how was that a problem? What happened after the party?
I was at the party, came home, and he was drunk. And I asked him how he was going, how things had gone. He got angry, started shouting at me. I'm thinking, what's wrong?
Okay, do you think maybe
But
he
I
was
think-
also
I don't
using
know.
drugs?
No, I don't think so.
Just alcohol. Okay.
Alcohol, yeah.
Okay, and then what happened after that? So you started arguing. How did you react?
We started, yeah. So I'm saying I think you're cheating with other women, and he's coming back at me. You don't trust me.
Okay, and what happened next?
Screaming and bawling and shouting, and the children came down. So she's saying that the kids must have overheard the shouting and bawling, so the kids ended up coming down.
Okay, so
Stairs.
the children can hear, right?
Right. Yeah, they're hearing, yeah. So they came down, yeah.
Okay, and then what happened?
Children were frightened and they saw us arguing, and I was trying to protect them. I don't want to be hurt in front of the children. Sorry. What was that? Sammy is the child. Sammy's the child. And ran over.
And what happened to Sammy?
What happened to Sammy? What happened? So they saw their dad hurting me, and Sammy came across. And so then he grabbed Sammy. Something about throwing. There's something was thrown. Something. What was thrown? What was it that was thrown? Grabbed what though? What did he grab?
Did he grab her?
So he grabbed Sammy, right, sorry. Okay. So he grabbed Sammy, and threw Sammy.
Okay.
And because they were trying to protect me, there was a lot of tears. Yeah.
And your husband didn't realise when the children started crying, did he not realise that he was doing something wrong? Did that not change the way he was behaving?
He wasn't bothered. No, he wasn't bothered.
Okay.
He wasn't bothered.
Okay, so he's thrown Sammy across the room. He's behaving violently towards you. Did he hit you? Did he hit the children?
No, that never happened. There was another room, so we went to another room. So there's another finger spell, sorry, there's another finger spell coming at me. Naji. Naga, sorry. Naga is the other child. The other child, Naga. So there's Sammy and Naga. They went up the stairs to make sure they're okay. Husband came upstairs and was like being really aggressive and angry upstairs. And then he took his belt off.
Okay, you just told me that your husband didn't hit you and the children though, but it seems like maybe something else did happen.
No, never hit. No, but there was a belt, but no, he never has.
Okay, so tell me what happened next. What's exactly the problem that brings you here?
So he took the belt off, and then he hit Sammy because Sammy was crying. So he hit Sammy.
Okay, so he did hit one of the children. Mm-hmm.
Yes, he hit the child. Yeah, and I ran across to protect the child, but then he was hitting you, then he started hitting
Okay, so he did physically hit you. Okay.
Yes.
How long did this last?
So it's happened to me before. This is not the first time.
Okay. When was the first time?
about a year ago.
And you never thought to come before? This is the first time you've spoken to anyone about this?
Right, okay, so there was a push and a slap a year ago. Plates and stuff getting thrown, stuff getting cleaned up, having to buy new things. Yeah.
Okay, so it sounds to me like your husband's very violent, and it seems as though the violence is escalating, it's getting worse. So I think we really need to do something quite quickly, and my advice would be that we try to find you a place in a women's refuge, and that way you and the children will be safe.
No, I don't want to go there.
Okay, now I understand. Nobody wants to go, but really I think it's the best option for you at this point. We need to make sure that you and the children are safe because experience shows me that these things just get worse. Okay, I also want to tell you that under the Domestic Abuse Act 2021, you're protected under the law. And this act also defines what we call coercive control. And I think this is something that you've also been suffering from. So I really think...
Sorry, coercive control, could you just... what is that?
So coercive control is when there's a pattern of abuse that's not necessarily physical, but it can be threats, intimidation, humiliation, this kind of thing. And it sounds to me like there might be some of that involved.
Right,
as
okay,
well.
so...
Okay, so we're going to need to organise another appointment. So, Julie, if you're available, perhaps we can discuss a time, find a date when you'd be available to come again.
I'll check my diary when
Okay,
I finish.
great.
Get it sorted. All right, thank you then. Thanks for your
You're
help.
welcome.